Hello and welcome to this very special show we bring you on the eve of Barack Obama's visit. We're at the FICCI in New Delhi in collaboration with the Brookings Institution. There's been an Indo-US dialogue going on over here. And of course, today being a big day in the United States for those midterm elections as well and what they mean for Barack Obama and his visit to India. To discuss that, we have with us Strobe Talbot, the president of Brookings Institution and a very old friend of India's, Martin Indyk, who's the vice president of Brookings and has served on the National Security Council in the United States, Rajan Bharati Mittal, known to all of us as one of India's leading industrialists and the president of FICCI as well, and of course Dr. Amit Mitra, who's again, an old friend of NDTV's for sure, and the General Secretary of FICCI. Mr. Talbot, I suppose I'll ask you first. The Democrats given a drubbing in the midterm elections. What does this mean for Barack Obama's presidency?
It means that he's gotten a pretty strong signal from the American people that he's got to do a better job from their standpoint in managing the American economy.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of his powers as president, we hear the term lame duck president when the House or the Senate goes to the opposition in the United States. Does this make Barack Obama a lame duck president?
No, it does not. First of all, the presidency comes with a lot of executive power that he still has. Second, the indications are that while the House has gone over to the control of the Republican Party, which is very significant and presents some obstacles for Barack Obama, the Senate is going to remain by a much narrower margin under the control of the Democrats.
By a much narrower margin, so they still will retain some control as far as legislation.
The numbers are still coming in, but it looks that way.
It looks that way. In terms of, you mentioned the economy as being the message that the American voter is giving to Barack Obama at this point. We've heard a lot of talk in the last few weeks about how outsourcing has become a bad word. I'll take this to Mr. Mittal, I guess, first. With the Obama visit sort of focusing on the business aspect of the India-US relationship, at least that's what we're hearing, the issue of outsourcing, how significant is it for Indian business right now? How much of it is expected to come up when you all meet your US counterparts on the sidelines?
I think it will be raised. India Inc. will raise this issue. It's not that impactful as far as the business is concerned because you're only looking at the governmental side that is being spoken about, not the private industry out of US. And we strongly believe the relationship between the Indian companies and US companies are very strong. We also have to look at the outsourcing that companies like ours, a company like mine does with IBM. It's a contract for almost $3 billion plus an IT outsourcing given to IBM. So they have to realize that today they have to open, the world has to be opened up both sides. So it's not about Indian companies doing outsourcing for the American companies, where we strongly believe we are adding value, we are adding to their efficiencies. I think this engagement will take place when the president and the other senior leaders come here. Indian industry will definitely speak to them.
Martin, if I can ask you, keeping in view the issue of the economy and how significant it is, economy and business ties are really also all about foreign policy these days. How much has the economy become a focus of US foreign policy as well, given the recession in the last couple of years, and given the fact that you're seeing this kind of interest in India in a midterm election, which is essentially an extremely domestic affair?
Well, I think, first of all, he's going to be particularly focused on this visit to India on the economy. Because he wants to, he will want to show the American electorate that he got the message, that he's not gallivanting around the world, but rather trying to double American exports, which is an objective that he's set for his next 5 years. How's he going to do that? I think the message here is not going to be about outsourcing, and the focus is not going to be about outsourcing. It's going to be about how working with the Indian economy, which is taking off at this incredible growth rate, can benefit the United States and India. That's jobs in both countries will benefit from the fact that he's engaging with India.